I'll give it a couple more minutes. Is that all right? Wait till they're all down. All right. First of all, good evening. Thank you all for being here. Today is a historical day. It marks the 100th day that the Republicans took the majority in the House and were sworn in. One thing that is abundantly clear is the People's House is a productive house again. The first thing we did was make sure members showed up for work, no longer staying home, that you came to work. We hit the ground running on delivering the commitment to America. And the numbers just speak for themselves. In the first 100 days of the 118th Congress, the House has introduced more than 3,000 pieces of legislation. It's taken more than 182 roll call votes and voted on more than 59 bills, 86% of them being bipartisan. Of the 36 bipartisan bills that have passed, Democrats have cast 4,705 yay votes on them. Here's just a few of them. It shows a great contrast to the difference to the last Congress to this. 1, being much more productive. 2, showing up for work. 3, what the majority selected for their H.R. 1. The Democrats picked a bill of H.R. 1 to protect themselves to make it easier for them to re-elect it. We picked H.R. 1, Lower Energy Cost Act. How could we help the American public lower the energy costs for them? Not only did we have 4 Democrats vote with us, but we continue to move that bill forward. We created the Select Committee on China to allow America to speak with one voice. We had more than 146 Democrats to join with us. And just last week, a number of Democrats joined us at the Reagan Library in meeting with the president of Taiwan. We blocked the sale of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to China. 113 Democrats joined with us. We passed legislation to nullify D.C.'s soft-on-crime criminal code. Even though the president at the beginning said he would veto it, he ended up signing it. We passed legislation to end the pandemic. 11 Democrats joined with us. Again, the president said he was opposed to it and ended up signing it into law. We denounced the horrors of socialism. We had 109 Democrats join us, but more than 100 who would not. We passed legislation that would protect senior retirement savings accounts. The president vetoed it. House Republicans are accomplishing a lot in a productive bipartisan fashion. If you compare us to the last Congress, much more productivity here that passed the House than when the Democrats were in control. It becomes a new effective House. But what's interesting, if you compare us to the Senate, they've had 100 days too. If you compare the number of bills that have been signed into law between the last Congress when the Democrats controlled the House, Senate, and the presidency, more bills have been signed into law in this Congress than the last, even though we have divided government. An interesting thing has happened as well. An effective House looks very different than a Senate that Schumer has become unproductive. Here are just the facts of Senator Schumer's Democrat Senate. Has passed only 10 substance bills in 100 days. That's less than 1 a week. Just think about that. As the House has passed a bill to fire 87,000 IRS agents, but Senator Schumer's Senate passed a non-binding resolution recognizing the importance of maple syrup production to Maine and designating March 26, 2023 as Maine's Maple Syrup Sunday. The House has passed the Parents' Bill of Rights. They give the parents a say in their kids' education. Senator Schumer hasn't taken up the bill yet. But the Senate did find the time to pass a non-binding resolution designating March 1st as a National Assistive Technology Awareness Day. And it goes on and on. Where the House of Representatives, they've become a house of resolutions. Earlier today, I was in New York. And it's the beginning of a baseball season. one of our favorite times of years. If you're in New York and you're thinking baseball, you think the Yankees. And you think about the great Bambino, Babe Ruth. And Babe Ruth said, you can't beat the person who never gives up. If you think of anything about this new Congress, about this Republican majority, about my fight to become Speaker, the one thing I hope you all learn is that we will never give up on you and the American public. We will never give up on our commitment to America. In the coming days, we will vote on the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act, just as we promised in the commitment to America. We think women and girls should only compete in women and girls sports. This will ensure a fair play. We'll vote on another measure from Andrew Clyde to block D.C.'s radical anti-police proposal. And we will fight to bring fiscal sanity back to the House. Senator Schumer has not produced anything on a debt ceiling. He wants to put America into a challenge on whether we can move forward. The House will take a leadership position, and we will move to make the fiscal house of America more secure by passing a debt ceiling and sending it to Schumer. We know it may disrupt his ability to pass more resolutions, but we look forward to him bringing the bill up and passing it to make sure America is more secure. With that, let me turn it over to our leader, who is responsible for working with the committees to making this House more productive, making this committee more productive as they move forward, but more importantly, was the author of H.R. 1, Steve Scalise.